Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Herschel's camping. It was really good. So I am just making my way now to the fjord line Ferry to cross over to Kristiansand. Camping was really good, if not a little bit breezy. Yeah, last night I had a walk down onto the sand dunes and yeah, very windy. It's not too bad today. Hopefully the crossing is going to be very good. Oh dear. Yeah, I agree. I'm not riding my bike over a load of gravel which got glass in it and all sorts of stuff. That was a bit nasty. Anyway, down to the ferry, check in, and I'll switch you back on in a bit. Oh, gonna follow the bikers. Wow, that's a bit big. And it's windy again. Yeah, I just had to move because I realised I was in the wrong queue. I saw the sign then that says Kristiansand 9:45, which is my sailing on the catamaran. The 9:30 is the normal one. Yeah, 9:45 on the catamaran. Going through now. Okay. Engine started. We're gonna go. Let's roll. Just getting off the ferry. That was challenging. Can't see shit in here now. There we go. That was challenging. So yes, I'm in Norway. Yeah, just let me get out of here and then I'll give you an explanation as to where I'm going to be going and what I'm going to be doing. Good afternoon. It is afternoon, yes. So I'm in Norway. Just left the ferry at Kristiansand and I am now making my way down to Lindesnes. The goal for this trip is to go to Nordkapp, the North Cape, but that is still a couple of weeks away yet. But for now I'm actually going to go to the most southerly point of mainland Norway. If I'm going to the very north of Norway, I might as well, whilst I'm here, do the most southerly point, which isn't too far away. Do need to stop for some lunch though with the ferry. Oh, speaking of the ferry, that was a fairly rough crossing. The captain said over the tannoy between 2.5 and 3 metre swell and 30 kilometre wind. So yes, the crossing was quite rough. The wind has certainly picked up. It was windy in Denmark. It's actually quite windy here as well. So it's 8 years since I was last in Norway on a motorcycle. I did a trip along the west coast up to Trondheim and then a quick dash back to Oslo for a family party. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to Norway on a motorcycle. If anybody's interested in that trip, I will put a link in the description and link it in the video. It was on a Triumph Thunderbird Nightstorm, so a cruiser. One of the reasons why I decided to go for an adventure bike was that as much as I love the cruiser, after long days on the bike at my age, you can feel it in your back. In the last 30 or so years I've been to Norway over 20 times. Only the second time on a motorcycle. It's the first time I'm riding a motorcycle that I'm actually travelling around Norway by myself. The tyres that were squared off because the trip to get here will certainly be rounded now with all these nice bends. Okay, let's get out of here. So the GoPro froze on me on the way here, so you didn't get the ride in, unfortunately, but get the bit of a ride out, and then now I'm making my way inland. It is windy. Put some photographs up. Yeah, the GoPro froze on me and I couldn't hear myself think because of the wind. It was treacherous on the lighthouse. So yeah, making my way inland now. See if I can make it to Lysebotn. I know they've got a campsite there, so I'll see where I am in a couple of hours and then either look for a campsite nearby or push on through to Lysebotn. Going to pull into this service station that's coming up and sort out my knee protector. I think it's twisted I feel pressure on my knee for some reason. It must have been all those steps climbing up the lighthouse. Lots of EV charging. So I've got a scheduled time of Lysebotn at 6 o'clock. I can't remember what time the campsite closes. I think it was 8. Should still be able to get to the campsite by then. No doubt I'll make some time up en route. Looks like there's a bit of rain coming in. Hopefully it's not going to be too much. Already the roads are fantastic. Still windy though. Can't escape this wind. Oh, it's dark in here. Let's say 1,300 meters. Yay, daylight. Again, it looks like I had a bit of a downpour over here. So the objective for today is to find a campsite now. I was going to make my way to Lysebotn. I'm still scheduled to arrive there for 6 o'clock, but I'm half tempted to find a campsite nearer, not having to faff around and rush to get there. I just pulled over to see if there's any campsites in the area, and I am actually going past a couple. I have to ask myself, well, do I just keep going? It's one of those decisions that not going to gain me much to stay over before I get to Lysebotn. I think the only thing it would gain is you pitching the tent sooner. We'll see how these campsites are. See, there's no rush to get to Lysebotn. I think the campsite at Lysebotn is idyllic because of the location. However, you can't park your bike next to the tent in the campsite. I always like to park my bike near to the tent. It just saves carrying all the gear to the camp and back again. But we'll see. I might stop off at this first campsite, which is en route, and see what it's like. I've seen a few pictures. Anyway, onwards we go. Oh, that was it, yeah. That was the campsite. Bollocks. I don't know. Was that the campsite I wanted to stop at? Find somewhere to pull in. Have a quick look at my phone. Didn't think it was this close. Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm going to pitch up here. I can't be bothered riding all the way to Lysebotn. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah. Well, it's on the accredited list as well. Camping. Well, reception's here. Let's go sort something out. So yeah, we've found this site. Shop's open till 10, which is good. It's got showers. It's a nice location. And I can park anywhere on this side. So I'm going to go over here in the corner. Not too near them, but just near the trees. Not too near the road either. Let's back you up. Oh dear. I'd say that was perfect. Let's get the tent pitch before it starts to rain. Catch up in a bit. Okay, I've decided to set up camp. I didn't go to Lysebotn. I found a campsite en route, and given that it takes about an hour to get everything ready and get food prepared and stuff, I was going to arrive at Lysebotn after 6, so I decided against it. But this is a good enough campsite. I'll just show you around. There's the tent, there's the bike. That's the pitch for this evening. Now I'm going to make some food. Catch up with you in a bit.